Okay, this is how I think it was done. What I first looked at when I saw this shot was Sherlock looking down on the ground. Three things jumped out to me. One, the bus. Two, a chalked out area here. And number three, the bus stop. I dismissed number three and focused on number one and number two. Number two jumps out immediately. This chalked out area here where I've marked out with three arrows. Very suspicious. And the other suspicious thing is the bus. That's what I was forced to do at the start when I first saw it. Something's going on with that bus or something with that chalked out area. And I'll show you why in just a moment or two. I now just want to point out a few things why this is possible. First, it's where he drops from and down behind this building in front of Dr. Watson. This obscures Dr. Watson's view from where Sherlock actually lands. So all the while, he sees Sherlock falling. This is important because he needs to see him actually jump, but he never gets the opportunity to see him hit the ground. He's behind that building that we just saw a moment ago. So there's no way at all that Dr. Watson can see Sherlock actually hit the ground. He is obscured by this building. Next thing to notice is this cyclist here on the left hand side of the screen. Who is he? Who is this man? This is important again. Why? Because there needs to be a distraction. Because as we see here, Dr. Watson will come from this right hand side here, and see that big arrow there pointing towards the truck? That truck is crucial. It's still here on the right hand side on this shot as the cyclist, a deliberate act to distract Watson, to delay him from getting to Sherlock. Why does Watson need to be delayed? So Sherlock can make his getaway. If you notice at the tip, the truck there is moving away slowly. Where was it parked originally? Directly in front of the chalked out area which I pointed out right at the beginning. See, here's the truck with the big black arrow. Sherlock's hidden there on the ground and Watson comes from that right hand side. Look at the truck again, directly in front of the chalked out area. The chalked out area is so important because that is the position where a mattress or some kind of catching device would have to be positioned exactly, and that's what I believe happened. It was placed on that spot, Sherlock fell, landed on it safely and wasn't hurt. They then, him and an accomplice, put the mattress back inside the truck as they drove away. That was all hidden and the body was left behind. You know, this is something we've actually seen before in film and TV. This first instance is the Saint starring Val Kilmer. He jumps off the top of a building of a Russian baddie, flies down to the ground, lands on the top of a truck, rolls off and makes his getaway. Simple as. There was an episode of Jonathan Creek called The Problem at Gallows Gate that probably more closely resembled the situation we had in Sherlock with a character trying to fake their own death. In this case, a character was larking about on top of a balcony, they fell off, and it looked as if they had died. In fact, they had faked their death. They were found alive later. How they did it was there was a secret trapdoor which underneath hidden was a safety net which the character was able to fall into. He had accomplices which enabled him to actually shift this this fake grass trapdoor back over the spot where the net was. He laid down, then one of his accomplices came out, declared he was dead, and he was sent away in an ambulance. I think it's safe to say that a similar thing happened in Sherlock that happened in the Jonathan Creek episode. Rather than a trapdoor, they probably had some kind of mattress or something protruding out from the side of that truck. He landed on it, they were able to move it away quickly, and they deposited a body. I think it's safe to posit that his accomplice of all of this would be Molly. Now just to go back to Dr. Watson's perspective for 1 second. It was really important for that distraction from the cyclist to enable Sherlock and perhaps Molly to remove any evidence that there was something to catch Sherlock when he fell from the top of the building. Able to hide that, get it on the truck and get away. Then what we quickly saw regarding the body that was supposedly Sherlock, but we now later know that it wasn't. If you look here, at no time did Dr. Watson actually really get close enough. The body's only just turned over, it's bloodied, he's still emotional, he's been knocked down, and in the scenes that we saw, you know, he looked a bit groggy, he looked a bit uncertain of what he was seeing, but at no point does he actually get down and really see it. The man on the right hand side here is a doctor that came along to the side, and you can see Dr. Watson's being held back all the while by the nurses and the other members of the public around there. He eventually reaches down, feels the pulse, doesn't actually get a good look, and then is pulled away again. He's held back, he's shocked, he's not actually looking at Sherlock at this point. Sherlock is being taken away back into the hospital, and at no point has Dr. Watson really got a full look at him and got a close-up look. He's only felt his pulse. And I think this is actually important for Sherlock's plan, that Dr. Watson truly believes that his friend is dead. Thereby, the snipers and the assassins actually believe what's happened has actually happened. They pack away their guns and move on. Really important. And just to cover the issue with the body, whether or not it's Sherlock's not, we'd already seen in the first episode of Scandal in Belgravia when Irene Adler had actually replaced her body with a fake one when Sherlock went to the morgue to identify her. It seems more than likely that Sherlock would follow Irene Adler's lead and get a fake body himself. Okay, so that's how I thought it was done. The chalked out area and the truck are the two key parts, as well as the cyclist there to distract Dr. Watson. I think all three of those things coming together help us identify that the way he faked his death was falling into some kind of safety net that was then removed in the truck. Sherlock made his getaway, leaving a dead body, a fake dead body behind, and nobody was the wiser.